There's more than one way to connect your bank account to QuickBooks to download transaction statements from your physical bank online and import them directly. You may need an online account already to do online banking, or you might be able to connect using a routing and bank account number, which you can find on your bank issued check. There's no right or wrong, and your bank will tell you through QuickBooks every step of the way how they need you to do it. To set up online banking, select Banking from the top menu. Hover your mouse over Bank Feeds and choose Set up Bank Feed for an account. Click Yes on the Temporarily Close All Windows menu. If this is the first time you're doing this in QuickBooks, QuickBooks may have to first download all the bank feeds, so it might be a few moments before you get to this screen. But once you're here, you can enter in your bank name. Sometimes there will be lots of branches. So if you're not sure which one to select, you're going to have to call your bank and ask them which one you should be using. In this case, I'll select one. And once you click on one, it's going to tell you the next steps. For example, I've selected a bank, and Citizens is telling me to make sure I've enrolled in Citizens Direct Connect service. It's even provided me a telephone number so that I can do this. As you can see, I walked through every step of the way. Because of this, I'm not going to click Continue here. If we were ready to go, you could click it, but instead, I'm going to show you an alternate way that you can get your transactions into QuickBooks. I'll close out of this window for now, and I'll get back to the home screen by expanding the left-hand side and clicking Home. This brings us to the home screen that we're used to seeing. However, I'm going to open up a browser window for now. If your online bank supports downloading into QuickBooks, you can use your web browser to log into your online banking account and download the transactions. I have a browser window open, and I've logged into our dummy account that we use for QuickBooks, which happens to be Citizens. In the account details, there was a button where I could go and download my account data. Now, your steps may vary. This is going to be different based upon what bank you use and what steps you have to navigate through their website to download your statements. So it's going to be different for every bank. From this screen, though, the next thing that I want to do is choose the dates that I want to download all the transactions from. You can choose when you opened up your business and set up your bank account with QuickBooks, or you can select a particular time frame, for example, the last 90 days, how often you need, and it all depends on the interval from the last time you downloaded your transactions. So here's where I'm going to choose the format. In the Format tab, I want to choose QuickBooks using Web Connect. I'll click the Download button, and it's going to save my files as type QBO. I'll hit the Save button now, and it will save to my Downloads folder. Now that I know where to find it, I can close out of this and go back to QuickBooks. I'll click on the Banking menu again, hover my mouse over Bank Feeds again, except this time, I'm going to select Import Web Connect file. I'll browse to the Downloads folder, and here's that Export QBO file that we just created from the online bank. I'll click Open, and QuickBooks is telling me that it's going to import the transactions. It needs to know which account to import them into. I can create a new bank account, but I want to use my existing one. So I'll click to use an existing QuickBooks account, and from the drop-down menu, I'll choose my business checking account. I want to match up all the transactions in QuickBooks with what I just downloaded from the physical bank. I'll click the blue Continue button, and I'll get notified that Web Connect data has been successfully downloaded and imported into QuickBooks. Now, we need to view this downloaded data. I'll click OK, and it's going to bring us into our bank feed list. I can either close this knowing that all my transactions have been imported, or I can go back into it, which I'm going to show you in the next video as we reconcile these transactions against the one in our QuickBooks checking account.